Hi people, welcome. Today we're going to be getting into RSI, which is Relative Strength Index. This is where you come into the market with an overbought or undersold. Now this is probably relatively one of the best indicators that you can possibly use. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you basically what the RSI is. We're going to go into a deep conversation about this. Then I'm going to be also showing you how we're going to set it up to almost give us a high percentage of wins, where we can almost use this particular system that I'm going to be showing you to pass prop firms, okay, on a manual event. Now we're going to jump straight into this. Hopefully this is going to help you and hopefully you're going to enjoy what I've got to show you. Now here we go. Okay, so we're going to go over to my actual Darwin. Okay, this is where it was my 100k account. Now what I'm going to be doing with this, okay, is I'm going to be getting rid of this, okay, because I want to start this from scratch. I also am going to be using this video as a demonstration video for anyone in the actual trading academy, in Darren's trading academy, that will be able to pick up the advanced MBFX system, which is just going to be available. Now what the advanced MBFX system is it's a wide range of indicators that have been fabricated to trade on the market on any symbol. Okay, this symbol can be used for anything. I've had some great results with this as well with GBP AUD. Made $127 today, so that's really good, and that was just in under an hour, and that was actually using this system. I've been trying this system on many symbols. I get some great results with it. Okay, you can use it on pretty much anything you want. Okay, now I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to use this. So we're going to jump straight into this. First thing we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to set the actual bot up. So what you would get is, if you're from Darren's trading, you would get a file, and that file will be pretty much something looking like this. Okay, so if we just have a look and see if we can find the actual bot, it's here somewhere. You can see I've got many bots. I love bots, and these are just a few of what will be added into the Darren's Trading Academy. So you've got plenty of bots. Okay, so you know, if you want to know about bots, I've got plenty of bots. Okay, so that's not really an issue. So we're just going to go over here. I'm just going to go into Access, and we're going to have a little look. See if I can find it. Here we go. This is the advanced MBX system. Okay, now my files, when I repack these, normally come in a zip file. Okay, and it comes in a module, so you're going to get a whole module of how this actually works. If we click on here, for instance, this will show you the last time I used this, and I made some profit with this. So you can see that I used GBP AUD. Sadly, I should have put the time in, which would have been really good, because then it would have gave it credibility. But in my hindsight, I just literally just took a sneak picture of this because I was excited that this system really works really well. It's a 1 hour with a 50-minute time frame. You can see that each of these are points of interest where we've got into the market, and these are the 4 points here. This is when pretty much got into the trade. You see this trade here, which was on this candle. Okay, and then obviously the 20 minutes was this first candle, because it's an hour. Remember I said it was just an hour trade. So this is 50 minutes, this is 50 minutes, this is 50 minutes, and then this was 15 minutes. Probably a little bit less because it was less than 6 minutes to go before it reached another 15 minutes. But what I'm going to be showing you, I'm going to show you how we can use this system, okay, which may look complex, but it's very, very easy to use. I used it on GBP AUD because it was an unknown pair than what you would normally use if you're into strong currency pairs, and it generated $107.98. Now my commission was $6.19. I'm not too worried about that because obviously I've still made $100 from it. Okay, in 1 hour, that's not bad. $100 in 1 hour. I'm just showing you that, you know, you can actually do this yourself. So I just wanted to show you that so you're aware of that. Okay, so what you basically do, we're going to go into setting up the bot now. Okay, there's a couple of key things that you need to make sure that you do. If we go to Darren's and we look for advanced, it should be in here somewhere, because I should have opened it up inside here, because there will be two files that we need to get into. So if we go back here, let's open this up anyway. Okay, so we're just looking for, here we go, so let's double click on this. This is going to open up this file. I'm just going to install it into another. So this is exactly what you'll do, right? You've got this off my Darren's Trading Academy. You're now going to install it, and you can see that it's already asking if I want to install this. So I'm going to put no to all, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract it somewhere else. So if we go into all tools, click OK, and now if I go into my all tools, okay, which if I go to there, into here, and it's just going to be a file where you've popped it in. Okay, so you can see that the advanced MBX system is right here. So we're going to click on here, and then what you're going to do is you're going to click, the first thing you're going to need is you're going to grab the template. Okay, so we're going to copy this template. This is for MetaTrader 4. Very important that you're aware of what you're putting your bot in, because if you put it in the MetaTrader 5, it's not going to work. Okay, so we're going to head over to back here. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so this is the MetaTrader 5, and what we're going to do is we're going to click on File, sorry, it's having a little bit of a, when I film it really slows the system down. You can see that we'll probably be alright now. Here we go, open data folder. So it's File, Open Data Folder. You want to go to Templates. That was what I just adjusted. Let me go back. Yep, so we're doing the templates. So File, Open Data Folder, then Templates. Then you want to paste in. Okay, and all basically what we do is you just click on here, right mouse click, and you paste in the advanced MBFX system template. Okay, very, very straightforward to get this system up and running. Okay, so once you've done that, you just close that down. You then go back to your zip folder, you click on MQL4, click on indicators, and then you grab all of these indicators, okay, and copy. So remember how you do that, just in case you don't know, it's left mouse button, scroll across to all of the things and let go of your left mouse button, then right mouse button, and then hit copy, and that copies all of these so you're ready to paste it in. And then what you do is close this down because we don't need it anymore, go back to your VPS where your MetaTrader 4 platform is, click on File, Open Data Folder, and then you're going to go to MQL4, go to indicators, and then just over here you want to right mouse click, and then you want to paste. And what this is going to do is this is going to paste in all of those indicators. Now you're going to get a sign that's going to come up and say that it's already found other indicators inside this file. Okay, so what you do is you just, if you come across that situation, you just click cancel. All right, if you were updating to an updated version, then you just hit continue anyway. Okay, and all these are in place. Now once we've done that, what we need to do now is we need to add the actual thing, the MBFX system, to a chart. Now what we want to do is we want to start with a 15-minute chart. It doesn't matter too much, so we use GPP JPY because that's quite a volatile chart, and we're just going to drag that across like so. We're going to right mouse click, we're just going to take the grid off like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a template. Now the template is really easy to add to a chart, okay, because you just make sure your mouse is hovered over the chart. Right mouse click, come down to template, scroll across, and then click advanced MBFX system. Okay, just click that once. You don't have to add the indicators because the template holds all the indicators and everything to it. So now we're going to get a nice bright and cheerful chart, which is going to pop up like so, and you're going to be stifled by what I have here. Okay, now it's not too much to worry about because the way I'm going to teach you to use this is going to be very simple, so you don't need to know about all the other points. Although if you look, these are unfilled positions. Okay, the red are sell points and the green are buy points. Okay, this is what makes up the candles. Remember, we're in a 1 hour time frame here, and then you've got the max CD where it's showing you the strengths of inside the charts, and then you've got STR and the EMA. Okay, now this also gives you the spread, the pips to open, high to low 458, daily average 745. Okay, so it's giving you an idea of the daily average in here, okay, where it's sort of reached. What we're interested in, okay, now there's a couple of key things we're going to do to this to optimize this particular RSI. Okay, now we're not going to play around with the parameters inside the actual chart itself or the template. What we're going to do is we are going to put a couple of lines in here, all right, and then we're going to slow it down a bit. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how you do this. So we're going to open this up. It's gone very slow because I'm filming, which is just one of those things. I'm going to drag this down. And I'm going to add another RSI in here as well, okay? Let's see if my computer can cope with it, because I'm going to show you my other setup, which I've got, which is actually here. Actually, is it this one? GBP USD. It's this one here. JPY, GBP. Let me show you. It's not that one. Just give me a few seconds. Good to space slow down. So the idea is that I'm going to be showing you, if it can speed up, here we go, where the other actual indicator I've been using, which I've already set up, okay, which is this one. Let's see if this is the right one. GBP JPY. You just have to bear with me for a few seconds. Try that one. It's not that one. Hang on. Now, it's quite possible I've closed it down, but it's not an issue because I know exactly how I set it up. Okay, so don't panic. But what we basically need is another RSI that we need to add in. Okay, it's just making life very difficult where we're filming at the moment, and the whole unit has just gone very slow. Okay, but we'll keep pressing on because this is valuable information that you need to be able to use this system. Okay, so we're going to right mouse click. We're going to go to indicator list. Now, I'm not sure we can adjust the parameters because it's quite complex. So this is why I'm going to show you another way of doing it, and you'll see what I mean by complex. Okay, these are all the filters that are in place here. The main chart indicator window, indicator 2 window. So we're not going to touch that because it's going to blow you away. You're going to struggle to actually try and work out what that is. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to be using another indicator chart, which is in here. I'm just trying to operate it. Here we go. Right. Trust it to go slow. Okay, so we're going to use the... Let's just see if I can get it to work. Right, we're going to use this one here. I'm going to use the CCRSI index indicator, okay, or CCI. Now, ideally, what we want is we really want relatively strength index, okay. But there's a couple of indicators. This is the one. This is the one we want. The CCRSI indicator. So I'm going to grab this, drag this across, and then drop it. Hopefully, it will open up on the page. Now, the beauty of this is we can now set this up with a couple of parameters, which is going to make this system work a little bit different to what it's used to. And this is almost called an ambitious setup. Our period we're going to change to 28. So this means that it goes back 28 charts, okay. And then we're going to check color. Color's all okay. Now this might be the one which is too complex. Let me have a look and we'll find out. Let's just switch this on a minute. Here we go. Right. That's not the right one. Let's come out of that. Just going to get rid of this one, okay. So we're going to delete this one. And we're going to just use normal RSI, okay. I should have done that in the first place. That's what happens when you try and give you more value for money. The computer freezes. Now the idea of this, okay, is that there's two ways you can do this, okay. I'll show you. If we come out of here, let's just close this down. Let's go to, we're going to grab a line. We're going to grab this line in here like so. We're going to set this line to 65. If I can move it. And then we're going to bring that down a bit. We're going to grab another line. And we're going to set this line to 35. Now the idea with this, okay, or roughly, let's come down a bit. This just helps to bring out a little bit of noise, okay. Now it's not going to work on this, okay, because this is set at 14 period, because it's standard. It's a standard RSI setup. So this is why you need another RSI to do this, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab any RSI, okay. Just going to get rid of some of these because it's really slowing down. Hopefully that will speed it up a bit. It's clearly a memory problem. Right, so we're going to hold this. Oh, where's it gone? We're going to hold this RSI here, and we're going to drag this across, and then we're going to drop it. And this should open up in this chart as a normal RSI. Here we go. So we're going to change the RSI period to 28. So it's almost double. And then hit OK. Then we're going to go to colors. And then we're going to adjust the levels. Now remember what I said to you, the levels are normally 30, which is oversold, and 70 that's overbought. What we're doing is we're going to work on a 50-50 ratio. So we're going to change this one to 50, and we're going to change this one have to be patient to 50. Okay, now we're going to hit let's do the line just a bit bigger if we can. Let's do the line a bit bigger, and we're going to change the, we're going to use a different color as well. Okay, right, now we're going to open that up, and that chart's going to open up here. Okay, so you can see that we've got this sort of setup here, right? Now what we do with this setup is we add the two lines. So we've got this line here. I want to drag that line down here if we can. Let's get another line. We want this set at 35. Okay, and we want another line, and you want to set this at 65. This just fills out a little bit of the noise. Okay, let's do it roughly there. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to change the timeline to 15 minutes. And right, now what we're doing now is when this jumps out of this line, okay, like here, see where this line's jumped out here, and this is down at a low point, this is a good indication that this is going to be a situation where you could either go for a point of a buy, okay, and you want it when it just crosses out, okay, because it's going on to this point here. So if we draw a line, so I can get it right, let's see if I can move it. Okay, so you can see that you've just got this point where it's come out. Goodness me, it's just too slow. It's very, very hard to work with. Let's try a different, see if we get the same one with a different channel. What's wrong with it? I'm going to come out. I'm going to close some of these down just in case it's slowing it down a bit. Because my computer is clearly struggling. Right, let's try that again. That made a difference a little bit. Okay, so what you do is you look at these points of where it's coming out of the lines. Okay, so where we're going in, we're going out, we're going in, we're going out. So for argument's sake, if we use GBP AUD, which is this one here, drag that across and drop, just let it do that, just in case it was that was slowing it down. And you'll see that we've now got points of interest. Okay, so this one here, for argument's sake, this line here, drop, it's gone unplayable. What I'm trying to say anyway is you move this line across, okay, this line where it's coming out, okay, out of the window, like this one here for argument's sake, and you've got this one here which has come out, this one here that's come out, this one here that's come out, and you draw the line all the way through and you get into the market. So you're already seeing this line coming down, so this is showing you that this is a bear because it's red, okay, or supposed to be red. This one here where it's come out of the market, it's gone to yellow, now it's gone to green, which means now that we're in bull, because bull means going up. So this means that this point here is going up, and you would have made good profit if you got into the market at that stage. Same thing applies, you've got green here, okay, it's gone to red. So green here, you'd be in about here, and it's gone to red. So if you was trying to work on a 10 or 20 pip system, you'd easily be achievable with this, okay? And then this one here, this one's a good one, where it's come out of the thing here. It's got a little bit of a pull here. This is where it's gone red. So what you would do, let's see if we can do it again. You would get into the market around about here. Try that again. So you would get into the market anywhere around about here, right? Let's move that over. And let go. And what that means is that you would then put where this candle was opened up here, and then this candle's opened up, this is almost a retest, and then it's come back down, and then you get into this point here. Let's do a line here, let's use this. So you'd get in at this line here, and you want to take a sell trade, and you want to go for 10 to 20 pips. Now if you did 10 or 20 pips at one lot, this I would only urge you to do this if you're on a 100k account. If you're anything under 10k, you want to do 0.01 only, okay? That would be my advice to you. Especially if you're on a prop firm and this is say a 5k account, then you want to be working on 0.01 only, okay? Very, very important. And you can see that you can easily get into the market here. Have this as your stop loss, just above this main line here. Same as this one if we were working on this in the bull market. Okay, so this is your stop loss, this line here. You'll wait for the candle, so you'll come down here, you'll wait, still wait. You want to buy in here, or sorry, sell in here, because this is your pullback. Okay, so it's coming down, there's a pullback, and then get into it there. Okay, this is where you want to be. This is where your profit is from this point to this point. This is your profit. Okay, this is probably anywhere easy 40 pips, but you only want to concentrate on 10 pips, especially if you're a 0.01. I would concentrate just 10 pips. Okay, because it's best to gradually build your prop firm up anyway, okay, if you're manual trading, as opposed to go all guns blazing. Because if you go all guns blazing, what will happen is your prop firm will think, well, hang on a minute, what's going on here for a start, and he could shut you down, right? And so and that would be the last thing you want, especially if you're working very, very hard to build an account, you know, and build your account. then you want to make sure that you do your best and your own due diligence to make sure that that ain't going to happen. So here's another typical example. Okay, we're going to work on a few examples here. So you can see, for argument's sake, this one here, right? So if we try and get in here like that, I'm going to draw this line here. I'm going to go roughly here. There we go. And you'll see that this is a ball. Well, it's not actually. It's gone ball, but it's coming down, right? And then it's come across here, and it keeps going down. This is not ball for a start, right? Ball's green, sell's red. Okay, so even though we're just on the edge of that red, you see that colour? That's almost where it's undecided part of the market. So what you do here is I would get into the market at this point. This is where I would get into the market, okay, and this is where I would get out of the market. I mean, you could keep going, couldn't you, really, and just use your stop loss as a loss adjuster. So then if it pops back up, and it's just going to, and just keep taking your profit, and you could get a nice margin here, probably 60 pips easy, which could be a $300 trade just right here on this one. And this is by entering the market. You wait. Okay, and you get into the market anywhere here, really. These 2 points, and this will be your stop loss just above that line there, okay, where that spike is. So you want to be just above that, okay. Right, let's do another one. So this one is a buy. I mean, it's just on the line, right? But we're working on 63.91, okay, so this should be 65, but you could risk this one and you would probably get away with it. And you want to, sorry, I'm just trying to use this. So let's do the line this way then. Okay, so this one here, this goes all the way up. You're in this point here. You can pretty much see straight away where you would actually start to take your trade here, okay? So you could do two things here. You could go for 10 pips, so that's your stop. That there is going to be your buy, okay? So what you want to buy into the market here, at this point here, right? Because it's gone up, it's come down, retest and back up, okay? So you want to get into your retest. So this is a retest, okay? So this has gone up, the market changed direction, it's come down, and then what it's done is it's almost idled out, but look at these two lines. It's created its own sort of support, same as here, support, right? So what you want to do is you jump into this point here. This is a buy. Buy on the here. Stop loss is going to be this line here, the next support, which is here. This is the next support here, okay? And your take profit could be anywhere you want it to be, really. You could be just below these 2 points because it come up and it retested anyway. Now you might be thinking, yeah, this is in the future, Darren, you're not going to see that anyway, right? You're going to see this because you'll be coming into the market, right? And then you come down, it's a retest, and then it comes up. You could go in for another trade, but it doesn't, it's not here, is it? So you don't want to do that. We want to go here. We're going on this line here, right? So it's this candle that we're interested in. This one here, okay? It goes up, it comes down, that's your retest, okay? And this is your support. And this is showing you that this is going to go up. And then take your profit at that point there. This is your stop loss, that line there, okay? And then this one here you could do again if you want, this one here, okay? So if we do this line, which is roughly around about here, this line here. Okay, what's this signifying? This is signifying that this is red. Okay, so this is showing you that we're going into a bear market, right? So it's a short, means it's going to come down. This is perfect here, right? Because this is almost like this point for a start. It's hit a point where it's not going to go up, and if you draw a line across here, see that line's been respected here, 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 and here. So there's 4 points where it's been respected already. So this is almost like a resistance. Okay, this is at a resistance line going across here. So then it's hit a resistance line. This is almost like a doji, okay, where it's showing you which way it's going to go, and then you'd get into it at this point here. Now if you wanted to be sure, you could just wait to see another candle opens below, and you could already see that this has been respected here anyway, right? And this is going to come down, and this is a bear. Sell. Sell. My mouse has gone funny. Okay, you can sell, and then of course these you leave this alone, leave this alone, leave this alone. See what happens to this point here. Okay, we've got another candle that's opening up. This is a live. You could do a live trade on this. GBP CAD. This comes down. Okay, then this means that we are in a position where we're oversold. And then if we see that this turns round, so it sort of comes down like this, and then starts to come back up, right? And then it has a retest, and then it comes back up again. This might be a great one to get into. Okay, well, if I could draw in a straight line, it'd be even better. There we go, at this point here. So this could be a buy opportunity, and it will possibly go up because it's respecting this line here, right? This line here, it's a very strong support. It's almost carrying all this. So it's bouncing off this point here, right? So it's just very strong. This strong support here. You'll see that. See this line here. This is very important, because if this breaks that line where we're on now, then it could go back down. So we're working in a 15-minute window. So what you do is you switch to a 5-minute window, and you'd see if it's going to drop past this line, which it has done. Okay, and then you're going to see now if we get a yellow candle appear and it starts to go back up. If it doesn't, then it means that this is going to fall again, and it's showing you anyway that we're in the bear market, because it's all in the red on a 1-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame, and the 15 time frame EMA is in the red. It's also showing you 30-minute, okay, and the 1 hour is bear as well. So this is giving you an indication that that is going to actually go down. Right, so for some reason my actual trade has just shut off. Not surprised after the hassle we've had, but this gives you a little bit of an indication of how you can do that, right? So I'm using this one here anyway. This is my gold XAUUSD. Why we let that sort itself out. And you can basically see the support and resistance lines that I use. These are all known support and resistance lines which I've already had trades on. That's the reason why I use this. So we're in charted weather with this one at this one here, okay, where it's bounced off was at 2911 with XAUUSD. This is obviously the all-time high, and it could be going up now. It could bounce off this point and then come back down again, right? And it's going to bounce and come down to this point here, which could be anywhere at A2882 to A2884. And then if it penetrates this line, this is where we can get into the bear market again. If it goes past this line and keeps going up, then we could go to the bull market, and this could very easily get to 2920 just by breaking this line. Okay, this line is significant if you're in the bulls with XAUUSD like I am. So I'm just giving you a little bit of an in-depth conversation. So we're going to have a little look now at the RSI just to go through exactly what that is. So I've used DeepSeek to do this. Okay, so if you've got to a point now where you think I need a cup of tea first, Darren, before you do this, then what I suggest you do is go and get yourself a cup of tea, and then put this on pause, and then come back, and then start again. Okay, and then give yourself a break, because you need to have a break. Okay, everyone needs to have a break. And then what we'll do now is, I'll try not to go too much into this, but I just want you to be aware of what the relatively strength index is. Okay, so the relative strength index RSI is a popular momentum oscillator. Okay, it's used in technical analysts to evaluate the speed and magnitude of price movements. So where we had that price movement set at 14 periods, okay, what we've done is we adjusted it to 28 periods, and then what that does is it slows it down, so we get a more smoother entrance of when we're getting into the market and out of the market, using historic events that has already happened in the marketplace. Okay, that's the formula that I'm showing you, which you can use, and it's got a very high margin of getting wins, which is very, very good if you're using prop firms and you don't want to lose your prop firm. Okay, so the popular momentum oscillator, so the price movements, which was developed by J. Wells Wilder, it helps traders identify overbought and oversold conditions, potential trend reversals and divergences. Here's a structured overview. So the key feature of RSI is the range, which oscillates between 0 and 100. Of course, I was using 14. 14 is the basic thing. I was actually using 28, which is a different strategy that I'm using. Default period, which is typically calculated at 14 periods. This means that days, hours, etc. by adjustable based on trading style. The thresholds, this is overbought, so this means how high you're going to go before you're going to wait for the pullback, and then you're going to try and get back into the market. This is a relatively strength index of 70, which suggests a potential pullback or correction, and we adjusted that to 65 to compensate when it was in the period, which was set at 28. So the oversold RSI, which was at 30, this indicates a possible rebound or rally. Okay, and again, this was adjusted to 35, which compensates how we've had the actual period set at 28. Now the center line, which is the 50, which is a crossing above 50 signals bullish momentum, and below 50, which indicates the bearish momentum. So the calculation, the average gain and loss, so for the first 14 periods, the average gain, total gains over 14 periods is 14. The average loss, this means the total loss is over 14 periods is 14. So subsequent periods, using Wilder's smoothing, average gain is by using the previous average gains times 13 plus the current gain, which gives 14. So I don't want to go too much into that, that's a bit heavy, okay? But basically the idea is the RSI at 70 is an asset which is overbought, considered selling or taking profits, all right? The RSI at 30 is asset may be oversold, consider buying or monitoring for reversal. Now remember what I said to you about that when you reach a point where your chart, okay, is, say you're in a high profit margin and you're in the 70, okay, there's nothing stopping you from using your stop loss by just bringing it up just below where you are, and then actually use your stop loss either in sell mode or in buy mode. There's lots of videos I show you how to do this, and you create a loss adjuster. So this means if the market still keeps going up, you've locked in the profit, okay? So it means if it comes down, say for instance you get a flying dagger, which is where the market can turn and it will just come straight down, it's going to hit your stop loss and you're going to have the profit that you've already locked in, okay, depending on which way you're going. And this is what I tend to do now, rather than use the actual take profit margin, because if you find it comes down with retest and then it goes back up, it can continue going up. So what you do then is adjust your stop loss just below it if you're in the buy market, and if you're in a sell market, you want to bring your stop loss down, okay, and just make sure the number's slightly higher than what the sell is, and make sure that the number's slightly less than what the buy is, okay. Go by 1 pip, you know, so say for instance if it's 28765, you can just put 27865, okay. So what you're doing is you're protecting what you are prepared to what you want to keep. So say for instance you're trying to pass a prop firm, you're locking in that profit, okay, but not only are you locking in that profit, you know that you've hit a certain margin of profit. It might be say 1 or 2% a day that you're doing. When you go past that point, all you're doing is increasing your profit, so you bring your stop loss up to increase that. So if it comes straight back down again, that's classed as a drawdown, okay, and it's going to be signified inside your prop firm or inside, you know, your Darwin. But if you bring up your stop loss, then if it comes down, then what it's going to do is it's going to cancel out your trade. You're going to have your profit that's already locked into your trade, and that's obviously going to allow you then to find another setup to get back into the market. But if it keeps going up, you keep that profit margin open, okay, and what it will do is you'll be able to profit more and more and more until you get to a point where you have to close it down, okay, because it might be a point where, you know, there's some bad news coming, FOMO, fear of missing out, or you just want to shut that down because you've already reached what you needed to achieve to pass your prop firm or to actually get your profits, so you can get your 80 or 90% back. So this is one of the things which you really want to get hold of, because this is a very good way of protecting your profits. Okay, so your divergent bearish divergence, not going to go too much into that. I think pretty much I've told you now, and you've got a good idea of what I was talking about. Now it says here about the 28 period RSI, which reduces noise and false signals compared to the default of 14 period, making it better suited for longer term trends, okay. So if you're working with trend as your friend, this is a very good setup to use this, where you already know where the market's going. You can also use a 50 MA, which is a 50 moving average, and if the candles are above the 50 MA, this represents that we're in a bullish area, and if it comes down, bounces off the candles, okay, and it starts to go up, you get another candle open. So you could test this on an hour chart. As soon as it opens up on a 50-minute, you get a little candle open up on the 50-minute chart, which is above the 50 MA. Then you could pretty much think to yourself, it's either a retest that's going to go down, or it's going to be a good point where you can get into the market to go bull again, okay. So I'm just giving you a few ideas. If you're not quite sure which way it's working, if it's going bearish or bullish, what you want to do is you want to go to the 200 MA. 200 MA is a very good moving average, which normally shows you a curve aperture, or it's going to show you either it's coming down. If it's coming down, this is where it's bearish. If it's going up, this, or in a curve and then it's going up, this is bullish. Now if you do it in a small time frame, you probably won't notice. It'll just be like a straight line. So you need to look in this in a 1 hour, 4 hour or a 1 day format to get a good reading, okay. So that's it. I'm not going to do any more on this video. Hopefully now you've got a good idea of what the RSI is all about. Hopefully, sorry about the video recording, it's just for some reason it completely shut down. Well, we're back. Are we running faster? Could we see that? But I probably don't think so. Yeah, we're still in a slow mode. So what I'm going to be doing anyway is I'll do another video if this doesn't work out too well. The idea though is I've shown you points of when you get into the market, and what you want to do is you want to wait until this really starts to ping out of it, okay? Because if this pings out, this is a good indication to get into the market. It gives you a better idea of where the market's going. If you follow the codes using this particular advanced MBFX system, it's fully built with all the information that you require to be able to trade just with this one signal. Okay, now this isn't an EA. There are EAs that you can get your hands on. I will be bringing out a few RSI expert advisors that you can start using. I've also got some other bots which you can just set up to RSI only, and you can actually use this strategy as well. Okay, so you can monitor this and you can also use this strategy as well. So that's it, all the very best till my next video. Thank you very much. Bye now.